back to the original blanket fort setup.
Hey, there we go. Can you repeat that last question?
What was your most memorable performance this summer?
With my band, it was probably playing the Boxcar Country Music Festival, where
Where
we
was
get.
that?
That was in St. John, in the Area 506. They now have like a dedicated container village, but they put up a bigger stage for the festivals.
Yeah.
And so to do that, full production with the band was amazing. And one of the reasons it was memorable is that my junior high school music teacher, that I haven't seen in I don't know how many years, decades, came to the performance and was like, she still had a grad photo I had given her when I graduated from grade 12, which is like the cheesy 90s photo. I was holding a saxophone. Anyway, I was like, I don't even want to look at the photo. But anyway,
Was
she
there
showed
a
up.
faded moon in the background?
No, it wasn't that far. And I didn't have like the faux angelic glow around me or anything. But anyway, it's pretty cheesy. But she kept it and was just, proud that I had come back to music because I spent some time away with another career. And, music's always been a part of my life, but now it's like one of the main parts of my life. And anyway, it was great to see her. And, we had an emotional moment.
Yeah.
And then to wrap up the summer as a solo performer, I got to play the Wilmot United Church here in Fredericton, which is a venue that I've always wanted to play and hadn't yet. So those I kind of cheated and gave you two, but one with my band, one with just me and a guitar.
That's not cheating. That's just saying more story, which is what we do in the blanket fort. We share stories in the blanket fort. Question number 5. Actually, what's your junior high teacher's name?
Ms. DeRoche. Arlene DeRoche.
Miss DeRoche. Shout out to you.
Yes, shout out. She she kicked my butt. Like I know later in life now that I was probably going through school as like an undiagnosed neurodivergent kid without behavioral issues.
Okay.
But I would be a pain in the ass with my teachers. I know that. And it was like me acting up and sort of bucking the system and stuff. But she put up with it and she wanted to keep motivating me and keep pushing me forward. And she was a big reason why I got super interested in music and followed it through high school and whatnot. So I owe a lot to her and her patience with me.
Helps spark and nurture that creative exploration.
Exactly. And just a general love of music.
Yeah. Oh, amazing. Question number 5. What is the last movie you watched?
I'm one of those weird people where I don't watch a lot of movies. Like, I don't want to invest in a movie. Will I watch 5 episodes of a British murder mystery in a row? Yes, absolutely. But I think the last movie I actually saw was in August. One of our annual traditions when we're on vacation as a family is we go to the movies together, and we went to see the Fantastic Four movie.
Ooh, how was that?
It was okay.
It was okay?
Yeah. My daughter's like a huge Marvel fan, so, she's in her glory.
Yeah.
It was fine.
It was another superhero movie.
Yeah, exactly. But she loves it, and I love being part of those experiences with her. You know what I mean? So for me, it's more about that than the movie itself. But I don't even think I've watched any movies on streaming services as of late. I've been reading just a lot of books, and nice. That's my jam.
Any concessions at the movie theater? Big popcorn.
Yep.
Yeah.
Popcorn and a Diet Cola, Diet Coke or Pepsi or whatever they carry. That's my thing.
Okay.
Actually, also, I got a little bag of Score treats, and I accidentally just melted them into a mush before I ever opened them. So we actually had to throw them in the fridge back at our cottage and then smash them up later and eat them in chunks. Became
melted, reformed,
melted, reformed, Score brittle.
Yes, Score brittle.
A summer delicacy.
Perfect name. Question number 6. What is something you are looking forward to this fall? Colors are very much starting to change. We're getting some windstorms where the leaves are covering the trails.
We are going to be going for a family hike here very soon out to the Fallsbrook Falls, which is like a great waterfall out towards Doketown. I forget if it's Stoketown or Boys Town, or anyway, I always get those two confused, and I don't know why it won't stick. I've driven that way so many times. But anyway, it's a great spot, and actually, like, that waterfall was featured on. I did a little EP a couple of years ago called the Nottingham Sessions,
Okay.
where I covered 3 songs written by Roger Miller for the Disney Robin Hood movie. And
Ooh.
and I actually met online I connected with his son Dean through the whole process. But anyway, we were just there as a family, and I was like walking across the rocks with the waterfall in the background, and my wife took a picture, and we wound up sort of cartoonizing it and making that the album cover. And I love that spot. It's so beautiful. So we'll be doing that, and when the leaves are in full color, and I'm looking forward to that. And
Gorgeous.
just a lot of the music that I've been working on for other artists is coming out this fall, and I'm just excited to share that. And I'll be back working on my own music here in the next few weeks as well. So there's just a lot of good things happening, and that's exciting.
A lot of pots that have been simmering for quite a while.
When things come to fruition that have kind of been simmering on the burner, it's really satisfying to be able to share those things with the world.
Yeah, totally. Question number 7: coffee, tea, or carbonated beverage?
Okay, before noon, coffee.
Okay.
Okay.
Fresh 1 cup, 2 cups?
2 cups.
2 cups. Okay.
So I used to drink more coffee, but as I've crept into my middle age and beyond, if I drink coffee past noon, sadly I can't go to sleep anymore.
Okay.
So it's 2 cups of coffee. That's my daily limit. 3 if it's like an exhausted day. Dark roast. Hopefully, like, I try and get it locally roasted.
Yeah.
And I grind my own beans and make myself 2 pour-overs every day. And then after lunchtime, soda water. So either like just straight from the soda stream, or flavored in a can, whatever. I'm a junkie for that. I drink that the rest of the day.
Okay.
So both. Occasionally tea, but it's not my preference.
So the third tier, definitely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I won't turn down a cup of tea if that's what's on offer, but if you have coffee before noon or carbonated water after noon, then that's my jam.
Good answer. Question number 8: do you remember the first concert or show you attended that you bought the tickets for?
That I bought the tickets for? That's a great question. I believe it was in high school. I bought tickets for...
There we go.
I think it was, I took my high school girlfriend on a date to see Moxie Fruvis, and Jan Arden was opening.
Okay.
And turned out it was a great show. It was like in one of the old bank buildings or something in St. John.
Ooh,
but
cool
like,
venue.
reflecting back on that, like the main dude from Moxie Fruvis has turned out not to be such a good person, Xian Gomeshi. And
okay. Yeah.
at the time, and Jan Arden's gone on to become like an icon of Canadian songwriting and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I remember at the time, it's like she doesn't seem so happy to be there. And but now reflecting back 30 years later, I'm like, maybe because she was spending time with him, and she kind of
not having a good time.
Well, she wasn't having a good time.
Yeah.
She was super talented though.
Yeah.
So I think that's the first one I bought the tickets to.
Okay. Cool. What was the last concert you attended?
Hosier.
Hosier.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So Prince Edward Island, we went to. So I played It was a great weekend. Actually, it was an amazing week because on a Tuesday night we went to St. John to see Come From Away at the Imperial Theater, and my sister's in it, and a whole bunch of my friends from Rogue Productions, right, that I had met the year prior doing Rock of Ages.
Yeah.
And so that show in and of itself is amazing. And we went to see it in St. Andrews, but I was really looking forward to it at the Imperial Theater. And so we went to that, and it was just world class. It was amazing. Yeah. Then I played my Wilmot Church show on the Friday night as part of Harvest. Yeah. And then my daughter and I took off to PEI to go to the Hosier concert. And it was actually it's a 2-day festival. We only went for the Sunday. Yeah. And the entire lineup, it was great. Like 3 of the 5 acts were like right up my alley.
Yeah.
Hosier was incredible. It was my daughter's first major concert experience.
Oh, nice.
And it's like going to be super tough to top because, I mean, I've been to a lot of shows. And I would have considered myself like a Hosier fan.
Yeah.
Like I've heard a lot of his music, especially because my daughter is like a super fan.
Yeah.
And but having seen him live, it was just elevated my opinion of him and his music even higher. So
Yeah.
now I'm right up there with her as a super fan. But getting down into the crowd with her
Yeah.
and just feeling the buzz of being so excited to see
Yeah.
Hosier was it was amazing. And his show is just unbelievably good.
Yeah.
It's unbelievably good. So yeah, that was the last concert, and just a great week of
Yeah.
music and theater and culture and
Spending time with friends and family and
Yep, and then the
Yeah.
next week being like,
we need to slow down for
yes,
a minute.
yes, I just need a day, maybe two. Oh, and while we were there, we got to stay with Molly Whuppie.
Oh, Molly, she's wonderful.
Yes, she is.
So wonderful.
She is.
Yeah, you were working on an album with
Her
her.
album's out now.
It's
It
out
came out.
now.
It came out last month.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, we're end of September as we film this, so it came out at the end of August.
Okay.
And it's already got like over 40,000 streams on it. It's going so well.
Fantastic.
Yes.
I think I saw the album artwork online
Yes.
and was like, that's so fun and
Yep.
just whimsical and
Yep,
yeah.
it's beautiful.
Molly, you're great.
We love you.
Question number 9. Can you please recommend a band or musician or performance our audience should look up and listen to on a rocky beach with the wind blowing in and
Yeah.
we're going for a nice stroll along the shore?
So look it up on if you're gonna watch it, like so you have your phone, you want to watch something and listen. So you have like the whole audio visual with that in that environment. There is a full performance at I think it's at the House of Blues in Boston by a band called I'm With Her.
I'm With Her.
Yes.
Okay.
And all three, it's like a super group comprised of three incredible artists individually, and they've come together to put this project together. It's Sarah Watkins, who plays with Nickel Creek.
Okay.
It is Sarah Jarosz, who she's been nominated for Grammy Awards, like like the good Grammy Awards. If she hasn't won, I think she might have won.
Okay.
And Aoife O'Donovan. And the three of them together, like the harmonies and the songwriting and everything, is amazing. And they have, as a special guest, Billy Strings, who comes out and shreds some guitar in the encore and stuff. But the entire performance, I'm usually one that prefers going to see the thing live. I don't like to watch footage of live performances on the internet after the fact. But that's one that I will go back to and I watch over and over again. And I'd recommend it to anyone.
Yeah. Fantastic. Question number 10. What would you want to tell yourself in 10 years?
To tell myself in 10 years. So like 10-year older me talking to me now, or I want to reach out to the future and...
Reaching out to the future, 10-year-old plus more Colin is still using your fountain pen at your dining table. What's something that you would want them to remember? Because as we grow and change and become whoever we're going to become, we often change from something. And what is something that in your life right now you would want future you to hold on to and remember?
Well, I'm at a stage in my life now where, I went through a tremendous career change that just before the pandemic, and it was difficult to, like, financially it's been difficult to make that adjustment. And I'm just now getting back to the point where I'm a little bit more comfortable. I'm not ahead of the game, but I'm not sinking, right? But I just want to always remember why I'm doing this.
Okay.
And that, I've come to the realization that my time and, my own happiness and the satisfaction that I get doing the things that I do, making the contributions that I try and make every day,
Yeah.
are more important than the money.
Okay.
But it's also sort of a privileged position to be in, where I do have a roof over my head, and I have food security, and I'm very grateful that I have a partner that is supporting me through this.
Yeah.
But I just never forget why we're doing this,
Yeah.
right? And you know, I've kind of come to the realization that my main goal in life is to just make sure that when I eventually do pass away, that the number of people that are sad to see me go is way, 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 way bigger than the number of people that are glad I'm dead.
It's a solid goal.
That's it. That's it. And I don't even know what that looks like, and it's not always going to look the same. But
Yeah.
just keep that in mind.
Yeah. Ah, beautiful.
Thanks.
Those are my 10 questions for you in sort of two parts. Do you have one question for me?
I'm going to ask you the same question, so you can talk to Duncan 10 years in
10
the
years from
future.
now?
What are you gonna tell him?
The blanket fort needs to be a place of fun and comfortable. Being comfortable. I chose the blanket fort with the idea that anyone at home, well, my nieces and nephews, they can build their own blanket fort, and then we are one fabric wall away in the blanket fort at the heart of Story. And as I sort of continue to develop this idea, which is for nearly a decade, I was just sort of a performing storyteller, but now I want to have more of a show that people can watch and craft along with and come and share stories with. And I want to invite community members here to talk about their artistic passions and like musicians, but also loomers and visual artists and everything. And 10 years from now, I want that Duncan to remember that like we're just hanging out in a basement fort in the blanket, or a blanket fort in the basement, with kind of the state of online right now. Everything seems to be so targeting for certain audiences, and everything's so edited and focused on not the process. So in 10 years, I hope it continues to evolve and change, and people still feel excited and welcome to come over and hang out in the blanket fort.
Yeah, and I mean, it has to be comfortable for you. You know what I mean? Like, it can be difficult, it can be exhausting sometimes, trying to make other people feel comfortable in your space. So, you know, it can like lead to burnout.
Yeah.
And at the same time, it can be tempting to change what you're doing in order to follow the trends, to be a little bit more slickly edited, and to feed into that. You know, basically everyone is looking at like short form content like a dopamine slot machine in their hand.
Yeah.
And it is tempting to try and feed into that. But yeah, find the people that share your love for the thing you're doing without compromising the thing you're doing.
Yeah.
And that's where it's at. You might reach 10 people instead of 10,000, but it's in the long run, like those are your people.
Yep.
You're going to find, if you keep doing what you're doing your way, the way you love, you're going to find your people. It just might take a little bit longer.
Yeah.
But it's worth it.
Yeah. And if I'm talking to 10 years from now, I mean, that's 10 years of finding one or two people at a time who really feel comfortable around me, comfortable in this space, and comfortable talking about sort of their inner child and that creative part of themselves, and yeah, just feeling comfortable to share that with others. And that sort of true authentic self of I'm doing this because it makes me happy. Full stop. Like
Yeah.
yeah. And And what else would I want to tell myself in 10 years? Pick up that fiddle. I go for like 2, 3, 5 years without picking it up, and yeah, probably in 10 years I'll be focused on some scroll or something, and I'll be like, hey, that first kind of creative outlet that you had,
Yep.
pick it up again. You love it every time you do.
I have one more to tell myself.
Yes.
Okay, in 10 years,
Yes.
those boxes that are still inevitably sitting in the crawl space, you don't need those anymore. If you haven't touched them yet, throw them out.
That is the most brilliant 10-year thing I think I've heard. Fantastic. Yeah. Well,
And scene.
that's my 10 questions. Would you like to play a song for our audience?
Of course I would.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Okay, we'll get things switched around, and then we'll have some lovely music.
Perfect.
Wonderful.